Welcome to Celebrity Spotlight Radio with Antonio Saillant, the popular internet radio station specializing in coverage of today's hottest movies. We're all about uplifting, empowering, and motivational radio. Now here comes a movie from Focus Features that opened my eyes. I guess because I'm a huge fan of Kevin Costner. When I first saw the trailer, which was sent to me by his press people, I knew then that this was a film worth watching. The film is entitled Let Him Go, which stars, of course, Kevin Costner, but also Diane Lane. Now, when I review a film, I keep it short and sweet without giving away the whole story. The film, Let Him Go, directed by Thomas Bezucha, is based on the 2013 novel of the same name by Larry Watson. Sometimes projects come along that is magical on a director. And, of course, the writer-director, Thomas Bezucha, he was already a fan of Watson's work. So his previous credits were included like 2011, Monte Carlo, 2005, The Family Stone, and the 2000 indie Big Eden. So he knew immediately he wanted to adopt the book for the screen. Once again, this is a spoiler-free review, starting with the synopsis from Focus Features. Following the tragic loss of their son, retired Sheriff George Blackledge, which is played by Kevin Costner, and his wife, Margaret, who's played by the actress Diane Lane, leave their Montana ranch to rescue their young grandson from the clutches of a dangerous family in the Dakotas, headed by matriarch Blanche Weboy. When they discover the Weboys have no intentions of letting the child go, George and Margaret are left with no choice but to fight for their family. When I first saw the title, Let Him Go, without even seeing the film and seeing the trailer, and you know, you hear about a death in the family. I thought that the whole premise of the story was going to be them getting over the death of their son. But then when I got into more details and I saw the trailer and I saw the press package and started reading, then I knew that this was more than just losing their son, because of a death. This was more to that. I mean, did you ever have a nightmare with in-laws? I'm pretty sure we all had a taste of our in-laws, but this was a little bit too much. You know what? I bet you if I Google this, you're gonna get stories exactly like this movie. I mean, but this was this took place in the year 1963. So this movie starts off wonderful. Happy family that lives on a Montana ranch. You have the grandparents, George Blackledge and his wife Margaret, and their adult son James, who's played by Ryan Bruce, and his wife Lorna, who's played by Kaylee Carter, and the couple's newborn baby Jimmy. So then what happens? One day, things change. A wrench gets thrown into their lives. Their son James breaks his neck by falling off his horse, and that was just the beginning of it. I mean, we all have tragedy in everyone's family. But what happens is, later on in years, the wife remarries, and I guess what I took of the film is that the grandparents, which is George and Margaret, didn't really know their son-in-law. The writer-director, Thomas Bezucha, said it best. This film is definitely an intense character-based thriller about the bonds of family, the power of love, and the necessity of sacrifice set in the American West. And remember, the setting, the year is 1963, so in those days, the laws were different, not like today. In those days, sometimes people did things, on their own for justice. What happened here is Margaret witnessed the dark side of her son-in-law, Donnie, when she saw him strike both Lorna and her grandson. Margaret then learns that the newlyweds pull up stakes in the middle of the night, leaving the town without saying goodbye. Now, to me, that is definitely a red flag. This becomes a mission for Margaret to track the couple down and bring their grandson, Jimmy, home. George, on the other hand, he agrees, but he's reluctant, but joins Margaret on this important journey. But what happens when they finally meet up with the family Weboy? Well, for that, you all need to see the movie. Let Him Go. Opens November 6, 2020. I leave you all with this note. Thomas Bezucha's brilliant Let Him Go features a breathtaking performance from both Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. Amazing chemistry on the screen. Let Him Go. Written and directed by Thomas Bezucha. Based on the novel by Larry Watson. Produced by Paula Mazur, Michelle Kaplan, and Thomas Bezucha. Check it out. November 6, 2020.